Bernanke was the mouthpiece of the White House of the Bush administration. Do you remember? Sure. Between the Fed and going back to the head, he was.
That's basically what the Republicans call the rhinos, Republican in name only. Basically, these guys were country club Republicans, and they were hopeless. What you don't understand is that the move is coming from the root of the U.S., which is, I hate government. All the guys in the U.S.
But is it going to be successful in undoing the Fed, like you said?
Yes.
And it's going to happen this year?
Yes. That's basically my hope.
That's your hope, exactly.
Your hope.
Well, I am waiting for the election on the 3rd. On the election of the 3rd, if the Republicans beat the hell of the Democrats, as I hope they will, because these Democrats are very...
So what will you do if it's not going to happen?
Then probably...
You will stay in Hong Kong instead.
Basically, I stay in Hong Kong and I buy Asian currencies at the short end of the bond market, and I wait patiently for what to happen.
We can change the subject and talk about Europe instead, because I'm a little bit curious about what you think. But we had this debate about what will happen with Germany and with the euro, because, Charles, you said that probably the D-mark will be reinvented in Europe in, let's say,
if the French cannot reform, the answer is yes. This is a French primary deficit, which is deficit before...
That's the French.
French.
Yeah.
We are at 6%. So basically, the French primary deficit goes up by 6% a year, which means that we are at 80% of debt to GDP. Next year we'll be at 86. The year after we'll be at 92. So Germans have given us 2.5 years, the beginning of 2013. Either you have reformed convincingly, or we quit. And the only way for the Germans to quit is basically to have a new Dutch mark emerging. I don't think Greece, France will leave the euro. I think Germany will leave the euro. That's the way it will happen. And if it happens, it's going to be interesting to watch. That's why, for example, for all our clients, we have been saying for the last year, if you want to buy equities, which you should have as a hedge a 30-year zero coupon bond.
Okay, and you should probably buy German and Swedish stocks, or...
Sweden has a big advantage, is that you have one more degree of freedom, which is your exchange rate and your own independent central bank.
Yeah.
I always say that the euro is a financial Frankenstein, so it cannot work for very good reasons, but it's going probably to survive with the help of the Germans for the next 2 years. The real next test for the euro is coming in 2 years. And by the way, if the Democrats win, then the dollar is going to be attacked big time. The euro will go to 160, and that's very bad news for Europe. So it's all, a lot of things are going to be dependent upon the election in the US. Oh yeah, very big, very big. It's, if the elections are good, I think I will borrow to buy equities all over the world.
I don't know what you think about the euro. You're British, so I don't know if you like it so much, but...
No, okay, first of all, I am sick and tired of having these conversations, because I'm based in London, okay? And
so was I.
And I'm based in London, and everybody, when you say the word Europe, they like to use the Schadenfreude against what's going on with the Eurozone, because they like to make themselves feel better that they did not join the Eurozone. Let's get real, because it's all about getting real. We can talk about tomorrow morning what we wish, what we hope, or what our dreams like to be. But I think eventually, let's look at this. If the Germans leave the Eurozone, whether today or in 2 years' time, the Deutsche Mark is going to take off to the roof. It's going to go up. If the German mark is going to go up, we are in a world right now that is bordering on what you call disinflation, okay? Actually, if you take off the CPI of Germany, is not very high, okay? Yes, I know the Bundesbank, they miss the days of independence, they are powerful, they don't like to be seen as the club of these guys who've got dark hair and who have a funny accent and who spend a lot of money. But at the end of the day, if the Deutsche Mark goes back up so much, that is going to further exasperate the disinflationary process in Germany, and it could lead it to actually toward deflation. Germany is doing very well, not because it only has a private demand, but it is still export dependent. Germany is doing very well because they're selling a lot of cars to China, okay? They're selling it with a relatively cheap euro. If you think that the euro is expensive for Germany or for the Eurozone, at 140, you know, the Deutsche Mark is probably going to go back to the dollar to like 2 or 2.5 if the German is going to come in. just to give you an idea what the Deutschmark is going to be, is what the Swiss franc is now. Because the Swiss franc now is the quasi-Deutschmark in disguise. Okay, so, and here is the thing. The Germans, when they went into the Eurozone,